3 years ago, I boarded a plane and flew 7,000 miles, leaving behind everything I knew, with no idea what awaited me. I didn't know that in a small corner of North Carolina, I would find not just a new place and new people, but a new home. I couldn't have imagined how life-changing this journey would be, or how one camper, with a smile that never fades, will leave such a deep mark on my heart. Hey everyone, my name is Yuba, and I have the honor of standing here today to introduce one of the most amazing people I know, Leo Hasselbacher. John C. Maxwell once said, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." Leo, from the moment I met you, you've done exactly that. You are the kind of leader who doesn't need to talk loudly. Your actions say it all. You have this quiet strength and a way of bringing people together without forcing it. You always make people feel seen and valued, and you always see people for who they really are. You know how to balance things, when it's time to be serious and when it's time to just laugh and enjoy the moment. More than once, you came to me and pointed out that a camper needed some extra attention, or just who you are. That kind of care for others says so much about who you are. You shared the ball, lifted others up, and led with your values, not just your skills. And now, with running, I see the same commitment. You don't give up, even here at camp. You get up early and run in the mornings, no matter what. By the way, I was so happy when Noam Sokolovsky joined us a few days ago, because now you have someone to share that crazy passion with, and I can sleep a little bit more. For 3 summers, I've had the privilege of being your counselor, from Lod to Herzliya and now Ashkelon. I watched you grow, not just as an athlete, but as a person. Even as you've gotten taller, your smile has never failed. Through it all, you stayed true to yourself, to your values, and to your journey. A week ago, I gave you a role model bracelet, one that I had not taken off since summer throughout the world. Leo, through the past 2 years, to many younger campers, and a true inspiration to all of us. Your quiet power and honest kindness haven't just made this camp a better place. It has touched my heart deeply and shaped my experience here in a way that I will never forget. You are more than just a camper. You are someone I really admire, respect with all my heart. And I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to know you. Remember, no matter where life leads you, and how far the distance between us, my door is always be open, because some bonds can never be broken. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to introduce someone who best embodies the spirit of this camp. Please welcome Leo Hasselbacher.
Shavua Tov, 6 points. I've always picked the earliest drop-off time at camp. I want to be the first one at that gate, the first one down those stairs to the gym. Most people want to limit their time in non-air-conditioned gym, but not me. I want to cherish every possible second in this beautiful place. Now, I want to take you back to the start of my journey at the Six. My temple in Louisville, Kentucky, my home, hosted a conversation about great Jewish camps around the United States for kids. My mom was the only one that showed up. She came home telling me about this Jewish camp. I logged onto the 6 Points website, watched the promotional video, and I was hooked. Hannah Ross and Sam Shopson visited my temple a few months later, and that sealed the deal. I signed up to be an Engedi Elk. However, COVID took that summer from all of us. Even though I was heartbroken that COVID had taken away what I've been so longingly looking forward to, It allowed me to immediately experience the strength of the bonds at 6 Points. All summer, I attended Zoom calls with 6 Points campers and staff. We talked about camp, did scavenger hunts around our home, played trivia, and more. This connection got me through the summer and made me look forward to camp the next summer even more. As soon as the sign-up portal opened for the next summer, I signed up to be a Jerusalem Jaguar Session 1. Going to camp my Jerusalem year, I was really just focused on getting better at basketball. This immediately changed after the first Shabbat. The stadium, the atmosphere, the mosh pits where everyone is way too sweaty. I couldn't help but love it. During my Jerusalem year, I also met 3 of my best friends at camp, Tommy, Isaac, and Nate Spiegel. I'm so happy to be speaking here today with my bunkmate Nate. Nate always brings the energy. No matter what time or what place, Nate will hype me up. I can always count on Nate to try new electives with me and absolutely whoop me in tennis. Nate also gives some of the best step-ups known to man. Tommy and Isaac are my rocks at camp. They can always make me laugh. They're some of my biggest supporters. I can always count on them for a good late-night conversation too. Sadly, they are not here to hear the speech tonight, but I can't wait to make every second count with them next session, like Noam, Sean, Ubar, and Gavlin so wisely imparted to me. It's a little bit hard to admit, but after I was picked up on closing day of Session 1 my Jerusalem year, I was absolutely sobbing. I did not want to leave. I truly found meaning in the fact that 6 Points is my home away from home. My load year, I met 2 of the most influential people in my camp experience, Noah Swick and Zach Zimmerlis. Noah Swick, my roommate, best friend, biggest supporter, and one of the funniest people I know. He always manages to lighten the mood in the room, sometimes at the wrong time. Swick is also one of the strongest people I know. I don't know anyone else who could have gone through the challenges he faced, yet the entire time with a smile on his face. Watching him hit the half-court shot this year and lead the blue team as captain seems like a surreal, magical end to our 6 Points journey. Even though he wasn't in my dorm during my time in load, Zach Zimmerlis and I immediately connected through basketball. At first, Zimmy and I only shared a few words in passing and chatter on the basketball court. But over the years, our relationship has evolved so much. He is kind, funny, outgoing, and a pure shooter. Zimmy and Zwick have made basketball so much fun for me over my years at the Six. I also met 2 of the biggest role models in my life during my 2 sessions in load, Noam Sokolovsky and Ubar. Noam, sleep-deprived and more tired than I can even imagine, always found time to run with me in the mornings during his years as my counselor. We connected during these early mornings. I look up to Noam's leadership, kindness, and strength. He has taught me so many lessons and skills that I will cherish throughout my life. I quickly connected with Ubar because I looked up to him as a basketball player. He was a great coach during sport majors. As the years have flown by, I've realized Ubar is so much more than that. Ubar is one of the strongest people I know. He is dedicated, friendly, and loving. Watching him be a general during Session 2 of my load year was amazing. I cannot put into words how much Noam and Ubar mean to me. They have taught me so much, supported me without fault, and have been superheroes to my camp experience. Their leadership shined when our Session 2 Load Lions swept the camp. We won both Nick Iones, Camp Champs, and Puzzle Tove.
Yes.
My time in load was a massive clip in the highlight reel, which was my camp experience. In my Herzliya year, our dorm finally came together since it had been split between Beersheba and load the year before. Outside of camp, between my load and Herzliya years, I made the switch to full-time running. This meant that I was no longer really committed to any of the sports offered at camp. I believe that this change was for the better. I was less focused on getting better to make a starting lineup, so I could focus more on having fun with my friends. I began to try new electives with my friends and appreciate the smaller moments at camp. I was also able to devote more time to discovering my Jewish identity. When I was younger, I didn't really appreciate the songs, prayers, and blessings. I enjoyed celebrating holidays surrounded by my family. At camp, I feel like I've discovered and strengthened my connection to God. I now pray every day and appreciate this environment we are in where I can be fully comfortable being myself. At the end of my Herzliya years, I received one of the most powerful bracelets in my years at camp. On the closing day of Session 2, Ubar pulled me out of the gym before my parents came to pick me up and gave me a gratitude bracelet. He thanked me for always helping him, bring the dorm together, and told me that I was one of the main reasons why he chose to come back to camp. I broke down in tears. The bond that I've formed with U-Bar is like no other. He's like a camp dad to me. My time at camp would not have been the same without U-Bar. Tiberius was my first year since Jerusalem without Noam and U-Bar as my counselors. However, I'm one of the most calming, kind, and funny counselors I've ever had, Sean. Sean can lighten any room with one of his homemade memes. Sean is always happy and is so fun to talk to. I loved watching him be general this year and celebrating his win with him. He has supported me throughout this entire process, and I don't know what camp would be like without Sean. The theme of my time in Tiberius was deepening connections. Our dorm began to realize that next year we would be the leaders of camp, and it would be our last dance. This brings us to the last hurrah, Ashkelon. My time in Ashkelon so far has been magical. I want to thank all my fellow Ashkelon alligators for making this session so great. I also want to thank my counselor, Noam Erez. Noam has supported me so much throughout the process of writing the speech. I had seen Noam around camp the past couple of years, but we never really talked. This year, I finally got to connect with Noam. Noam is kind, hilarious, and a great leader. I love spending time with him on the basketball court, and I can't wait to make more memories with him next session. I think the theme of this summer was stated perfectly by our counselors: make every second count. I see it every day when I walk up to the third floor. This has caused me to try even more new things and appreciate the smaller moments. During my earlier years at camp, I used to dread song sessions. Now don't get me wrong, I don't love shorter rest hours, but I would give anything to mosh pit, sing at the top of my lungs, and do some Furta Israeli dance moves with my boys. I also have tried so many amazing electives, like yoga with Coach Megan, carpool karaoke with U-Bar, and Alpine Tower. This year has been so special. Watching my lifelong friends become captains, celebrating all the wins, and seeing how far we have come has been incredible. My advice to you all is to cherish every moment you have in this incredible place. Talk to every person you can, because you never know, the person you are talking to could be one of your best friends. If I hadn't gotten out of my comfort zone and met new people, I believe my camp experience would have been very different. As I look back and reflect on my years at the Six, I'm very happy at how they turned out. My only regret is that I wish I had taken more initiative and tried more things sooner. Be the person who doesn't need their friends to go try new electives or convince them to do it with you. Go talk to that new kid in your dorm. Build new connections. Make lasting memories. Savor every last moment, because places like 6 Points don't come often enough, so take advantage of them. And finally, my biggest advice is to just keep smiling. Thank you.